During the past 4 decades, African runners, or runners of African ancestry, have produced some of the most remarkable results in athletic events at world-class level. While the West Africans have excelled in short distance races, the East Africans, especially Kenyans, have excelled in middle distance and steeplechase, and also together with Ethiopians in long distance races. But why are countries like Kenya producing some of the best medium and long distance runners? One reason is that Kenyans are accustomed to high altitudes. Kenyans get to experience high altitude training daily, and such an environment lends itself well to running, according to Larson and Shield in 2015. High altitude training is effective because it forces your body to adapt to the lack of oxygen. In turn, this could improve your performance when you compete at sea level, according to Nunez in 2020. So with Kenyan athletes training at high altitude for most of their lives, when it comes to competing at lower altitude, with a greater availability of oxygen, they find it a lot easier. There is also evidence suggesting that Kenyan runners have more type 1 muscle fibres compared to other runners. There is a moderate to strong relationship between distance running performance and the proportion of type 1 muscle fibres, according to Costil et al. In 1973, meaning that having more type 1 muscle fibres improves performance in distance running because more oxygen is used and less lactic acid is produced, so fatigue is reduced. Sajodin et al. In 1982 suggested that the percentage of type 1 muscle fibres may be an indicator of the potential trainability of the musculature, meaning that athletes with a lower percentage of type 1 muscle fibres are at a disadvantage for long distance running. Another factor in the success of Kenyan runners could be their diet. In the same way that much of Southeast Asia has existed on a starch-based diet for centuries, the Kenyans have existed primarily on a starch-based diet too. Starch is a carbohydrate, and carbohydrates are the body's primary source of energy, according to the plant way, meaning that they have lots of energy to train and compete well until their late 30s. Another reason why Kenyans are so good at running but not quite as good at other sports is that running is free and uses no equipment. The vast majority of Kenyans live in poverty, so can't afford sports equipment, so they run because it's accessible.